Hey there, race fans. Welcome to race number one of the reverse grid touring cars. And as you can see, we have got the cars already on track. Let's run through the grid. We'll see who's first here and running from first to last on the grid. It is a rolling start. And first of all, this is the new car of Vessel Grenlund. He was driving the old style Nissan GTR, but that car just not competitive and seemed to have some kind of issues with the engine and so on. He has obviously spoken to the race marshals, and they've got this car spec'd out for the race. They will allow him to start in the original position that he started in, or that he qualified for, which was last place, obviously. In the previous car, so he'll start first. But it's the Toyota's Nissan 240 SX. Then in position number 2, we have Mitch Morgan driving the 3-litre CSL BMW. In position number 3 is Mad Mikey in the Repsol Honda NSX. In position number 4, Drac Fury driving the Lancia Delta. The Lancia Stratos, I beg your pardon. In position number 5 is Terry West driving the Supra, the old-style Toyota Supra. And in position number 6, we have Hulky driving the Fina BMW M3. In position number 7, Matt Muttley driving the SI Civic. That is a cool little race car, that. In position number 8 is number 1 Pops driving the Honda Integra. And in position number 9, Rita St. James driving the Mazda Roadster touring car. Cool little car, that. That one should do well in the twisty races. I think it got great road holding, that car. Then Jacoby in the Sprinter Torino with the Falcon livery, iconic car, that one. In position number 11 is Wayne Schneider driving the Porsche 911 Carrera RS. And in position 12 is Unfazed driving the Nissan Silvia. Cool car, that too. Then in position number 13 we have Borky driving the green and white Honda Civic Type R. Position 14 held by Greg White. He's driving the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 5. In position 15 is me. I'm going to be driving the Thrustmaster Porsche 911 Turbo. In position 16, we have Kane Black Raven driving Godzilla, the Celsonic Nissan Skyline GTR. In 17th, Rachel Tamiya is driving Colin McRae's Subaru WRX Impreza STI. And in position 18, we have Welsh Boy driving the Toyota Supra, the Minolta Toyota Supra. Two of those out here on the track today. Then we have GT Tom driving the BB512 Ferrari in position number 19, and finally in position number 20 is Stiggy, who qualified with the quickest lap time last in the qualifier race. He's in the Chevy Corvette in position number 20. So without further ado, let's get out to the front of the track, and we'll get this race going as soon as possible. Here we go, it's a rolling start. And we have a green light. Vessel Grenlund out in front at the moment, and Mitch Morgan in second place. He's just put up the name grid so we can see who's racing. There we go. So Vessel Grenlund leading the race with the Nissan 240 SX. Mitch Morgan following in the 3-litre CSL BMW. Really nice car. That sounds lovely. Drac Fury in third. Great little car, that. Proper icon in the racing world, but nice and light too. So that car should do really well. I'm hoping for Drac Fury's sake. He likes to slide the cars around, but I don't know if he'll do too well doing it with the Lancia Stratos. In position number 4, we have Terry West in the old-style Minolta, the Toyota Minolta Supra. Behind him is Hulky in the BMW M3, and behind him Jacoby in the Falcon livery Toyota. It's quite busy down this part of the track at the moment. Lots and lots of action going on. The Repsol Honda of Mad Mikey moves into second position. Oh, looks like Greg White getting into the side of Borky's Honda and sliding him out. And Hulky moves into position number 4 behind Mitch Morgan. The two BMWs out together. He gets past Mitch. Mitch taking the inside on the next one. Jack Kobe, though, pushing Mitch a little bit wide there. And it's Mitch Morgan on the right-hand side of the track. Jack Kobe moving into 4th position. Drac Fury drops down to 6th in the Lancia Stratos, but he's coming right round, trying to see if he can get past Hulky, which he does seem to do. Mitchell Morgan in 4th. Jack Kobe in 3rd position now. And Vessel Grenlund still leading the race. Jack Kobe in 2nd now with the Toyota Truino. There's Jack Kobe coming around the corner. Wow, there is the green. Oh, looks like Drac Fury got it kicked out to the side of the track, keeping the foot on the brakes there, trying to keep the car on the track, but looking quite wild through the pack. The Greg White will be running with him at the moment with the Mitsubishi. It's an absolutely wild start to the race. Jack Kobe in 2nd, chasing Vessel Grenlund. Let's get up to the front of the grid here and see how that race is going. Whoa, Vessel is way out front at the moment. Massive gap on everybody at the moment. Jack Kobe, there he is with Stiggy right on his tail with the green Chevy Corvette. And he gets past. Jacoby drops down into position number 3 now. He's not going to take that lying down, that's for sure. Jacoby likes to run right at the front of the track and set the pace, but at the moment, seeming to have a big fight on his hands with Stiggy and Vessel Grenlund. Let's see what happens with tyre wear and so on. I'm not sure what any of these drivers is doing as far as tyre strategy is concerned. But GT Tom right back into the mix with the Ferrari. He's in position number 4 with Wayne Schneider behind him. In the Porsche 911, the newer one out on track. Great looking car, this in the Rothmans livery. But Wayne, definitely a great driver too. So lots and lots of skill out there. And GT Tom is definitely going to be feeling the pressure from that car behind him with Wayne behind the wheel. Rachel Tamiya in the Colin McRae Subaru up into 6th position with Mad Mikey behind her. You can see Mad Mikey trying to get that position back with the Honda NSX. Borky, though, is moving up the ranks. It looks like he is flying with that little Honda. He gets past Hulky into position number 8, chasing Unfazed now, who is driving the Nissan Silvia. Silvia right behind Rachel Tamiya at the moment. She's really racing well with that little 4-wheel drive Subaru, but it's Unfazed putting the power down and seeing if he can catch up to her. The cars are really going to be mixed up with this the reverse order race start. I think it's definitely going to be interesting how things unfold here. We are with Unfazed at the moment. He's coming down the straight, hard on the brakes at the 50 mark, trying to get the car in behind that Subaru, but it's Borky catching up with Unfazed at the moment. Hulky now dropping down the order a little bit. He's got Welsh Boy right on his tail too. Quite a big bunch here in the middle of the pack with... Oh, it's Welsh Boy. He's past Hulky at the moment. Hulky looking for that position back with the white BMW right on the back of the Supra. Looking like the BMW might be a bit more poised in the turns than the Supra is, but lots and lots of power under the hood of that Supra, so it looks like he is going to start pulling out a little bit of a lead there. Hulky in position number 6. Rita St. James right on his tail with the little Mazda Miata touring car. Let's stay with her for a second and we see, have a look and see what is going on with this fight here. So she's right on the tail of the BMW, and there we see the Mitsubishi Lancer behind her of Greg White. Rita right on the back of that BMW. Looking like she wants to take that position away from Hulky. Will she get it right though? This looks like she is right alongside him. Does she get the pass on Hulky? It's going to be a close one. Whoa, Greg White right there outside. Greg White getting into position number 10. And I follow suit with the Porsche. Number 1 Pops doing battle with Kane Black Raven. The Honda Integra fighting it out with the Calsonic Nissan GTR, and it looks like Kane Black Raven might be able to get around the outside. Yes, he does. He gets through with Mad Mikey now falling down into position 16 with a Honda NSX, the Repsol Honda NSX. There he goes, speeding down the track. This guy really good in the corners, so hopefully he'll be able to get some of that space back. We got Matt Muttley here in the Honda Civic Si2. This is a lightning little car, fantastic little car, but seeming to struggle a little bit here at the start of the race here in Brazil. Drac Fury down to 18th though with the Lancia. That's not what I expected to see from that car out here. Terry West right behind him in the Toyota Supra, the Minolta Toyota Supra, the older model one. It might be an older model, but nonetheless this is a very, very capable car. Mitch Morgan in last position in the the BMW 3-litre CSL. But it is early times at the moment, and we have a leader change. It is Stiggy out in front with the big muscle car, the Chevy Corvette. Vessel Grenlund in second with GT Tom climbing all over the back of him with the Ferrari. This is going to be a fight of note here in the front of the pack. And GT Tom gets past. Vessel Grenlund drops into position number 3 with the Nissan 240 SX. Quite a big gap on the rest of the field here. These cars seeming to be in a class of their own with the drivers they've got behind the wheels. Vessel doing a great job of keeping the Toyo tyres Nissan 240 SX up at the top ranks with these big V8 and V12 cars. I think I'm not sure if the BB Ferrari is a V12 or a V10 or a V8, but nonetheless, it is in second position at the moment, chasing down Stiggy. And in fourth position we have Jacoby. He's got Rachel Tamiya right on his tail with the Subaru. You can definitely know that Subaru is well tuned, having been driven by the great Colin McRae. Wayne Schneider right in the mix there too with the 911 right behind Rachel. Oh, Jacoby putting the power down a little bit too early, a little bit too vigorously, and the tail end of that Toyota coming out, but Rachel unable to get the car in front of him. There's Unfazed coming through the turn now with the Sylvia, and behind him is Borky in the white and green. The white and green Honda has received Jacoby spinning that tail out, kicking that tail out a little bit. He's doing a great job of keeping that car under control. You can see the back end spinning out as he goes around the turns there. But it looks like Rachel is definitely going to have a look at getting that car past him now up the start-finish straight. But the little Toyota seeming to have great power-to-weight ratio, great torque coming up that big hill there. Rachel's still tucked in under behind that wing. Jacoby really putting down the power there, trying to get that car to the next turn ahead of the Subaru. Wayne Schneider biding his time, looking like he's just going to pick somebody off, depending on who makes the mistake up front, if they do. So Wayne's stalking like a vulture. But it's Jacoby holding off the Subaru WRX STI of Rachel Tamiya. Here we go, Wayne Schneider looking for the pass. Will he get it? Nope, he tucks in behind the Subaru. Great three-way battle happening out here with these three guys, or these three cars. Something has got to give sometime or other, but it is bumper-to-bumper racing with these three. Absolutely fantastic stuff here in Brazil. There's another fight happening behind, as we watch Unfazed trying to defend from Welsh Boy, something we're used to seeing on track at the PSR with the PSR races. Unfazed and Welsh Boy battling it out at the front of the grid. A little bit further back today because of the lucky draw that happened with the cars, I think. But well, here I come into the mix too with the Porsche 911. Been battling my way through the field after a not too great start actually, but looking for the pass. I don't phase at the moment. Around the outside, feathering that throttle, trying to make sure we get as much of the power down as possible without spinning the rear out. But unfazed. Oh, very, very untidy turn there by me. Unfazed keeps it clean. Welsh Boy tucks in underneath his tail fin. And it looks like Welsh Boy is going to go for the pass here up the start-finish straight. Will he get the pass done? That's another story, because unfazed Sylvia is a force to be reckoned with out there. That car is absolutely tuned to the nines. But it looks like Welsh Boy has done an equally good job of the Supra. But he gets it past. Unfazed drops now into position number 9. Borky behind him in the Honda. He's going to now have a chance at having a look at the back of that Sylvia, see if he can get another place or two. Couldn't seem to get Welsh Boy before this, but let's see how he fares chasing Unfazed now. Behind him is Greg White. This is the car with the highest PP in the race out of all the cars on the track at the moment in this competition. But yeah, Greg holding a solid place in position number 11 in the middle of the grid. And here comes Kane Black Raven in Godzilla, the Calsonic Nissan GTR, doing quite well out here too with that car, with Rita St. James behind him in the Mazda Miata or the Mazda MX-5. Pops also doing extremely well with the front-wheel drive Honda Integra Type R. Those cars really like to rev. We've got Hulky, who's dropped down to position number 15, and Muttley behind him in the little Honda SI Civic in 16th. Terry West in 17th. In the big Toyota Supra, looking like he's going to be looking at taking position number 16 from Matt Muttley if he can. But behind him we have Mad Mikey. Whoa, listen to that little Honda revving that engine. Track Fury in 19th. Mitch Morgan at the back of the field in position number 20 with the BMW 3-litre CSL. I think this is more of an enjoyment drive for Mitchell in that car, just driving one of the icons. More than a race, you can see him sliding the tail out. It's definitely got oodles of power, but it's just not up to the task here today. But back in the front, we have Stiggy. He's got the quickest lap of the race, the 156.861, and you can see the distance between him and GT Tom at the moment. That Ferrari is a force to be reckoned with, but just unable to keep up with the big Chevy Corvette at the moment. What's going to be very interesting to see is how these guys do with fuel use in these big engine cars. That is definitely going to be a factor with regard to pit stops. And what kind of issues are we going to have with regard to that? Because the big cars obviously drink a lot of fuel. They need to make more fuel stops than the smaller ones. Obviously they're also heavy, so tire wear is going to be an issue for them too. So what are we going to see as this race unfolds? But here I come with the Porsche, trying to battle it out for position number 2 with GT Tom. Looks like I might have taken that position. Yes, I have, but oh, GT Tom sliding the back out in the BB Ferrari, getting the power down with that Porsche. Let's see how we do on the straight. Porsche versus Ferrari. Germany versus Italy. Porsche stays ahead. Ferrari tucks in behind. You can see the loss of grip on those front wheels of the Ferrari. Bit of understeer going on there as GT Tom gets the power down through the turns. But the Porsche holding its own. Now we're trying to set our sights on getting the Porsche up to the back of Stiggy with the big green Chevy Corvette, but I don't know if that is going to be possible. That car seems to be in a class of its own out here today. Porsche running nice and smooth though. It's been quite clean so far, the races. So nice to see that there's been a bit more consistency from my part. Anyway, here we are back into position number 4. Vessel Grenlund having to defend quite heavily against Rachel Tamiya with the Subaru. He's right on his bumper there. And he is looking like he's having some trouble holding her off. The weather obviously looking like it's going a little bit cooler too. Cloud cover coming in. That's going to cool the track down. That's going to affect the grip of the cars as well. So it looks like Vessel is having a little bit of a hard time with road holding. Rachel not having that much of an issue with the all-wheel drive car, so it looks like she's got the advantage here at this point in time because of the track temperatures. The Subaru really looking for a place for a opportunity to get past that Nissan. You can see it, the understeer on the Nissan as it comes through. He's trying to put the power down, pushing those cars wide. We got the first pit stop of the race. Stiggy going into the pits with the big Chevy. We've got a new race leader, and that is me in the Porsche. That's not to say that is where things are going to stay, because I will still need to do a pit stop, as will everybody else in the field. But at the moment, keeping a solid second. Very determined GT Tom behind me with that Ferrari. He wants that place back. Oh, bit of a tap on the back of the Porsche by the Ferrari. Tom getting a little bit frustrated. It looks like he knows he can get past. He knows he's got the pace with the car. But will he be able to rattle me and get me to flinch and let him back past? Vessel Grenlund still holding off Rachel Tamiya. Very tough battle between these two cars. The Battle of the Blues out for 3rd and 4th position. Jack Kirby, though, having to defend against Wayne Schneider. Wayne in the other Porsche. And then we've got Welsh Boy in the mix there too, also putting the pressure on. So it's going to be an exciting finish to this race. I'm not sure what's going to happen as far as fuel stops are concerned, but they're going to be happening, and they're going to be happening soon. Sticky still has the quickest lap of the race at 156.861. It doesn't seem like we're going to have many chances of improving that. But look at that race between Rachel and Vessel. She got right alongside him there, but the Nissan seems to have a bit more pace up the hill. They are very evenly matched, those two cars, and likewise behind them Jack Goby matched very tightly with Wayne Schneider and Welsh Boy. GT Tom puts up the quickest tap of the race now, 155.177. Just as I was saying, that didn't look like we'd be able to get a better time. Than Sticky has put down already, but it's GT Tom who has just proved me wrong. A 155.177, absolutely lightning time that. Jack Hobie, though, having to work really hard. Welsh Boy gets past Wayne Schneider's Porsche. My word, the Supra now hunting down the Toyota Trevino, the two Toyotas having a big battle here. Wayne Schneider in the mix, having a good look at what's unfolding in front of him. Wow, here we go. Oh, Welsh boy taking a look down the inside. Will he be able to get that car past the Torino of Jacoby? Looks like Jack is really putting the power down, doing his best to make sure he keeps it in front. He gets the tires slid out a little bit, but Welsh boy unable to get that car in front of him. And here we go, trying to look down the inside again. Can he do it? I don't know if he can. That's Sprinter Torino power to weight racer, who's absolutely fantastic. Lots and lots of power for the lightness of that car. And that seems to be able to keep him in the front runnings here in the top 5. But Welsh boy really looking like he wants that back. Here start the pit stops. GT Tom is coming in, as am I. Who else is going to be coming in? Vessel Grenlund is staying out. Vessel Grenlund staying out. He's going to take the 240SX into the number 1 position. There he goes. And Jacoby is following suit with the Toyota Torino, unfazed now, right into the mix with the Sylvia. So all the Japanese cars up at the front now. We've got a Nissan, a Toyota, and another Nissan. Vessel Grenlund leading the race again after a very long race stint in front of everybody with the Nissan 240 SX. And now, will he be able to pull a gap on everybody? Unfazed now, looking like he's right on the back of, yes, he is right on the back of Jacoby's Falcon Toyota. My word, it is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one up front. Vessel Grenlund looking to be free of all the issues at the moment. The Honda's doing pretty well. Borky too, he's up in position number 4. So these guys not having to pit as early as the bigger cars, the bigger muscle cars. But they will need to pit before the end of this race, I'm sure of it. So will they be able to make enough space between themselves and the previous race leaders? And be able to keep the lead, keep the cars out in front as they come out of the pits. That is going to be an interesting one to see. So at the moment we've got Vessel Grenlund in first, Jacoby in second, Unfazed in third, Borky in fourth, and I am in 5th position in the Porsche. Back out from my pit stop, so I won't need to go in again, hunting down the guys up front to see if I'll be able to get the car in front when they go into the pits and hold off everybody for the win. So I don't know if that is going to be possible, taking it a little bit wide there into the sand, but nonetheless keeping it on the track, keeping the power down. And Borky is now shooting into the pits with the Honda Civic Type R. Stiggy's behind me with the big green Chevy Corvette. Can the Corvette catch the Porsche? That is the question now. How much time is left of this race? Doesn't look like much. Yep, it is the final lap of the race. Risa St. James has finished. She's a lap down after her pit stops. I'm in 4th at the moment. Vessel Grenlund first. So it looks like Vessel is going to win the race. It looks like Vessel is going to win the race. My word. He got lucky switching out that car. I think the race marshals might be questioning that now, whether that was a good decision, because they're going to have a lot of drivers knocking on their door now to say this was unprecedented move, and maybe not the one that should have been made without the consultation of all the other teams involved. But nonetheless, it's Vessel in the lead, Jacoby chasing him down, Unfazed trying to chase down Jacoby, and I'm in position number 4 in the Porsche. trying to get the podium. So let's see if we can get that done. Vessel Grenlund leading. There he is. Oh, sorry about that. Vessel leading the race. Then Jacoby, then Unfazed. Up the hill towards the start finish. Will I be able to reel them in? It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. But there's your winner. Vessel Grenlund in first. Jacoby second. Then Unfazed. Then me in the Porsche. Stiggy coming in fifth position in the big Chevy Corvette. In sixth is GT Tom. Seventh, Greg White in the Mitsubishi Lancer. Then we have Rachel, who finished eighth. Ninth was Pops. 10th, Rachel Tamiya. In 11th, Borky, who's in the pits at the moment. 12th is Welsh Boy. 13th, Wayne Schneider in the Porsche. And then, wow, what a race finish. Vessel wins it. Jacoby second. Unfazed third. I'm in fourth. Stiggy in fifth. GT Tom sixth. Greg White seventh. Rita St. James eighth. Number one Pops ninth. Rachel Tamiya in 10th. Borky 11th. Welsh Boy 12th. Wayne Schneider in 13th. Hulky in 14th. Kane Black Raven in 15th. Matt Mutley in 16th. Terry West 17th. Matt Markey in 18th. Drac in 19th. And Mitch Morgan finishing in position number 20. Well, it looks like some of the guys have got some work to do with those cars of theirs. So we'll see how we do in the next race. But obviously this is the reverse order, reverse grid touring cars. So this race order will be reversed, and that'll be the grid start for the next race. So until we meet again, guys, drive safely, take care. We'll see you on the track.